Hello, movie people. Welcome back to a new episode of the CineGuy. I'm your host, Steven Angulo. Let's talk film. As you can tell from this backpack I'm wearing, you already know what I'm going to talk about today, right? Yes, I'm going to be reviewing the new Dora movie. And of course, I thought it'd be appropriate to wear a red shirt, a backpack, a hat. I don't think she wore hats, but still. And also be brown, because Dora is a little Hispanic girl, and I'm a Hispanic man, so it makes sense for me to look like this when I review this film. When it comes to live action remakes, all we want as an audience is to have our childhood or what made them great as a kid come to life, alright? We want to see something new that reminds us that we have grown up, but we're still a kid inside. I mean, look at the live action Disney remakes. While these films remind us that we're getting older, they also let us know that we're still, we still love them, and that's what makes us pure and, like a kid in heart. So when they announced the Dora the Explorer movie, all I can think of was, really? You're gonna bring Dora, a little Hispanic girl who explored the jungles and has so many like cartoonish animal friends, come to life? I thought, okay, let's see what Nickelodeon has up their sleeves. This should be fun. It was pretty good. I mean, to me, it felt more like a homage or like a parody of the original cartoon because we have all our favorite characters from our childhood. They're all like older and like, they're in front of us in the big screen, but in real life. So there's like a lot of like limits that you can do when bringing a cartoon to life. I mean, it's not gonna be like Looney Tunes Back in Action or Space Jam where like the cartoons are part of the real world. No, this is gonna be like the actual cartoon characters, but live action. So it was pretty nice to have that sense of nostalgia be presented in front of us, and while presenting like an actual like original story. So I will say if you enjoyed the original cartoon, you may or may not enjoy this one. I mean, you've got plenty of people saying it's an abomination to our childhood, while others saying like it was a nice little rendition, so to say. So with that being said, why don't we check out Dora and the Lost City of Gold? Now, the first thing you gotta get right when bringing characters to life is to make sure that the main character is as realistic and as, complicit with the cartoon as possible. And to be fair, we actually did get that from, like, Dora. She's played by Isabella Moner, a Peruvian actress, represent. And the way she portrays Dora is so, like, positive and hyperactive that you can tell that she has been sheltered her entire life because she pretty much grew up in the jungle. No, it's no kids her age, no, like, cities, no cars, just plain trees, wild animals, and, her family. They are also very positive and uplifting. I mean, they're played by Michael Peña and Eva Longoria. These are two Hispanic people playing parents in a Hispanic family, and they're just so positive and uplifting. Do you think Dora got the chancla when she was a kid? Or were they just, pat on the back like, hey, it's okay, you're forgiven? That's not very Hispanic now, is it? Now, I will say there were times where she acted more like a fish out of water, especially with the high school scenes. Because think about it. This is a girl who lived in the jungle her entire life. She knows nothing about, like, what's normal in, like, a city life. Alright? I went to public school. I know what is normal, what is deemed weird. Nobody wants to be told, hey, you did a great job finishing another day of school. Like, no, we know that. We just want to go home. We're done with the day. So yeah, the high school scenes aren't that compelling, so to say. It does get more interesting when the jungle scenes come up because Dora is in her habitat. This is where she's stronger. She knows all about like nature and stuff like that. And then suddenly this movie turns to like a Lara Croft, Indiana Jones type with all these like jungle mazes and like exploring the depths of nature, fighting with mercenaries. So in a way, I'm sure families will enjoy that kind of like adventure movie aspect that's introduced to us. And of course, she's not alone. She's got Diego, played by Jeff Wahlberg, who is also all grown up into this really skinny Hispanic kid who plays soccer. So you can very much tell that is definitely Hispanic. I'm telling you, man, you will not see a soccer player who is Hispanic with my body. Like, no, these guys are running around. They are like walking sticks. Now you can tell Diego has pretty much been like normalized in city life because he dresses up like a normal kid. He plays soccer. He just wants to be, regular. There's like no aspect of like, the go Diego of like nature, animals, and swinging from vines. No, he's doing homework. He's, interacting with people. He's fist bumping, I guess. I mean, he does kind of look the part, like, especially like he traded in that little Boy Scout vest for like a jacket vest, and he's still wearing a blue T-shirt. So, in a way, it's he's still Diego. That's all I can say. Now, there was that one part of the film where he brought out his nature side, and we started like analyzing some animal tracks. Like, there we go. That's the Diego we all know and love. Well, not me. I didn't watch the show. I focused more on Dora. Diego was like, I was already older. That's more for my younger cousins. And of course, what's a kids movie without school friends who join on the adventure? Here we've got Randy and Sammy. Randy is pretty much the comic relief character and the only white person in the whole film made of Hispanics because diversity. And yeah, he was pretty like cartoonish and like, resorting to like screams and like bad jokes or puns just to be funny. I mean, I'm sure kids will love him, but we adults were like, couldn't have given him a much better role? Like, come on. And of course, there's Sammy, the mean girl who ends up becoming Dora's friend. Although I kind of prefer her over Regina George because she's actually smart. I don't know, I haven't seen Mean Girls. Don't look at me like that. But yeah, at first she doesn't like Dora because, Dora's also really smart and she feels overpowered by her intelligence. But according to kids' movie formula, they become friends at the end because that's how it works. And of course, what's a family movie without a villain? Now, in the trailer, we're introduced to Tamara Morrison, who is displayed as like this like mercenary who wants to use Dora to find the city of gold, which I thought, brilliant. They got freaking Jango Fett to be the bad guy. This is gonna be amazing. He even looks the part too. Like Tamara Morrison is Aquaman's dad, Moana's dad, and now he's the bad guy, and it just makes it even awesomer. What's that? He's not the big bad? Oh, but he's only a henchman. But okay. Swiper. Yeah, they got friggin' Swiper in the film. Voiced by Benicio del Toro, one of the most revered Hispanic actors of our time. He has to have like a much bigger role, right? I mean, Swiper has been Dora's arch enemy for so many years in the cartoon by just taking her things and throwing it 10 feet away. I never really understood why he did that. I mean, if I took something from a 6-year-old girl and then just threw it away, I will get in trouble. So why does Swiper get a pass? So yeah, Swiper's gotta be the villain, right? Right? No? Then who's the bad guy? Eugenio Derbez? Wait. You're telling me that Eugenio Derbez, the biggest Mexican comedic actor of all time, known for a colorful sitcom, average American movies, and for the Spanish dubbing of Donkey, is the bad guy? How does that even work? I mean, yeah, it's not your average kids movie where the bad guy is an evil school authority or a bully or an ice cream truck vendor played by Jamie Kennedy. Yeah, I still remember Max Keeble's big move. Kids movies. But you're telling me that Eugenio Derbez, who in the trailer looks like he's gonna be like an ally or maybe like a mentor to Dora, is really the bad guy? I mean, yeah, when he double crossed them, like that big reveal wasn't really a major like, oh my gosh twist. It was more like a really twist? It doesn't make any sense. Eugenio does not fit that role. I don't see him as like an evil bad guy. He's like the guy who's supposed to make us laugh and represent. That's what it is. But yeah, he's the bad guy. And nothing we can do about it. But overall, he does do a pretty good job. I mean, he's pretty funny. And his intentions of all, like, wanting to be rich of the city of gold. It's like, I've seen this before, but it's Eugenio. So it's a lot of fun. So yeah, Eugenio, to have future evil roles for you, even though I just want you to make me laugh. Of course, if it's a homage to our favorite cartoon, there's gotta be Easter eggs. The opening scene of the movie has the theme song playing while Dora and Diego are like swinging through vines and driving a Jeep because they're 6 years old and apparently that's legal in the jungle. But then something happened. Turns out there was no Jeep, there is no swinging through vines, it was just them playing in a box. Are you telling me that my favorite childhood cartoon was just the imagination of a 6-year-old? And when Dora and Diego find these like giant flowers that shoot this like pollen that cause them to have hallucinations and they start seeing themselves as cartoons, like during the whole aspect we see like, our favorite characters, as cartoons. Like Backpack is back, the map, the blue cow, and the troll. we see them on screen. Are you telling me that my favorite childhood cartoon was just the episode of a drugged up teenager? Oh, I know. My most favorite part was towards the beginning when Dora looks at the camera and speaks to the audience, and her family's like, "Who are you talking to?" Okay, that was a clever take on Nickelodeon's part. I gotta give them credit for that. I did enjoy that. That was pretty good. And we spent so many years making fun of that whole shtick and screaming at the TV like, "It's right in front of you, Dora. Why can't you see it?" And then Nickelodeon understands that, of course. So it was brilliant. I love that. And this has been Dora and the Lost City of Gold. I will say it's a nice little throwback to our favorite cartoon, and as well as a good homage as well. So the way I see it, you either like it or you won't like it. I mean, yeah, the humor is very juvenile. Also, I don't like toilet humor. It's like the most like lazy and just pure dumb sense of form of making people laugh. But overall, families will enjoy seeing the adventure aspect and seeing their childhood characters come to life. So I will say this, do check it out. It is a lot of fun. So my final rating is 8.2 CGI monkeys, voiced by Danny Trejo for like a few seconds, out of 10 songs about digging holes. Don't ask me about that. You gotta go see it for yourself. Alright guys, thanks so much for tuning in. Leave a like if you enjoyed this episode, subscribe and join the crew, and we'll see you next time for another awesome review. This is Steven Angulo signing off. That's a wrap.